God, they're seriously almost eating it like a bass would. Oh, it is, because it is a bass. Heck yeah. And that is the biggest white that I've caught today. He has shoulders, boys, and he gulped it. That's a bass, I think, guys. Or is that a crappie? Oh, guys, it's tank crappie. Got one. That feels white to me, guys, but it's a start. It is way colder than the last time we were out. That is a tank. Water temp unfortunately dropped 6 degrees on us in 2 days because it got down into the upper 20s overnight. So expectations aren't super high today, but just wanted to get out to test out a new bait. Look at that sweet looking new soft plastic swim bait from Minnow. It's called a Mighty Minnow. It's got the split tail hybrid paddle tail on it, and it's got like a cool dorsal fin, ribbed back with a solid front. It is a really unique looking little swim bait, and I wanted to see if I could catch something on it. And there's a nice white bass to start it off. There's one. That's a bass, I think, guys. Is it? No, it's just a really big white. Or is that a crappie? Oh, guys, it's tank crappie. Heck yeah. Good crappie. That is awesome. On the spy jig and Mighty Minnow. Oh, that's awesome. Check out the size of this crappie that I just caught on that Moondog Mighty Minnow in their 1/16 ounce spy jig. 14 inches, dang near keeper bass size. I'm throwing that on my Arc Gravity BFS reel with 6-pound fluoro and my Dobbins 701C Ultra Finesse casting rod. Another one. Another one, guys. Not sure what it is. Is it a crappie or is it a white? Yeah, he's moving too fast. Gotta be a white. Gotta be a white. This is the same dock I just caught that crappie off of. And that is the biggest white that I've caught today. He has shoulders, boys, and he gulped it. You think he wanted that thing? He hit it and ran right back out from under the dock right at me. That is a certified Mondo white bass. Super tall and 16 inches long. These are so much fun to fight on 6-pound line in those BFS reels. That Arc Gravity is so smooth. The drag is buttery. That is a hammer of a white bass. That dock that I'm fishing, guys, is in like 2 to 3 feet of water. The water temp is 48 today. 3 days ago, it was 54. So that tells you how cold it's been the last few nights. I had hand warmers in my hands for the first hour and a half here. Got one. I honestly am having to really finesse him to get him to bite. Yeah, if he's got like a sore on his side, that stinks, buddy. Straight up has his gut hanging out or something. He got poked by a heron. That's the same Mighty Minnow that I've been using the whole time, guys. It just kind of slides up a little bit when you catch fish, but I'm loving the action on that. The profile is really cool, unique, a lot of fun to throw. fish. Got one, guys. That might be a bass. It's kind of acting like a bass. Or a really big white, one of the two. Really big white. Oh man, that's another 16 for sure. It's the 5th fish of the day. It just stopped as soon as it like hit the water almost. I must have just like landed it right on top of him. Got one. Under that dock. What are you? I mean, you're swimming like I know what you are, but pretty dang solid. No shortage of the absolute hammers this morning. He gulped it. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Guys, that's one of the bigger ones of the trip right there. 16 inches, super wide. Hit it under a dock and almost had it through his gills by the time I set the hook. They are just inhaling that little minnow. Got one. God, they're seriously almost eating it like a bass would. Oh, it is, because it is a bass. Heck yeah. All right. First largie. I was just getting ready to say, they're almost eating it like a bass, like letting it sit on the bottom a little bit. That largie, he about has it through his whole digestive tract and out the other side too. We're gonna have to come up here when the water's like in the upper 50s, because these things are gonna be fat. I mean, that is just a short guy, but you can see his potential. That is gonna be a lunker someday. He is so tall. Guys, it's always fun fighting these things in really dirty water, because you honestly don't know what you have until you get them like right up next to the boat. So it's always like a pretty cool surprise. Man, this thing he ate it kind of like a jig. I was just kind of like hopping it on the bottom in front of that stupid shallow dock. I just caught this thing in 18 inches of water and the water's 48 degrees. Guys, I was gonna run as far up here as I could come safely and fish, but if I put my trolling motor all the way down, we're in 6 inches of water right here. And we're out in the main channel. Unreal. I wanted to fish some of those docks over there, but I just don't think it's gonna be worth it. I mean, there's got to be stumps all over in here too. I mean, this part of the lake's going to be completely dry this summer, because they're just continuing to let water out even as it draws closer to spring. Unreal. There's one. Whoa. Whoa. Under the docks, man. There we go. I don't know what that is. Oh, big white. Dang. Freaking huge. I need to check my line because he got me caught up in the trolling motor too. Got one. That's a bass. That is a bass, guys. Jeez. What is that? God dang. That white bass went nuts. I'm always curious what these things weigh. That one is only 15 inches, but he weighs 1 pound 15 ounces. I'm gonna go ahead and give that one 2 pounds. These things are really, really stout. Well, apart from having to play bumper boats with about 100 other bass boats out here this morning, it honestly was a really fun trip. I got out and was able to catch a ton of fish on that new Mighty Minnow swim bait. I was really impressed with the action on it, given that it's only 1.8 inches, guys. There's one more really good look for you. Again, that really cool looking little dorsal fin on it with the combination paddle tail split tail. It's just something that I've personally never seen before, and I'm really excited to keep throwing it. It's got the ribs on the back and the solid body on the front. Pretty good durability, even though it's a fairly soft plastic. Definitely not as durable as like a Euro Tackle B-Vibe, but the action is killer, and it is exactly what a whole bunch of different species wanted today, so that was a lot of fun. And guys, every time I use this Arc Gravity BFS reel, I start to like it a little more and more. I was flipping little short accurate casts under docks. I was bombing long casts along like transition banks today, and it just performed so good. I didn't backlash one time. Was throwing into a subtle breeze that we had. We didn't really have much wind today, but guys, I'm telling you, I am really, really impressed with that Arc Gravity BFS reel. It's honestly like what the Shimano Curado BFS reels, it's like what they want to be, like what they intended the Shimano Curado BFS reels. That's what this thing is. It is quality and it performs really well. If y'all enjoyed this one, leave a like for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Talk with me down in the comments below. I leave links to the gear in the description above. Check out the playlist that I leave in the pinned comment as well. If y'all want some stickers, I leave the link to my email in the description too. And y'all take her easy. We'll catch you on the next one.